have Goku in second place, Swingle in third place, and Chevreau in fourth place. For those of you who may have just joined us, we are raising funds for Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, is an international independent medical humanitarian organization that delivers emergency aid to people affected by armed conflicts, epidemics, malnutrition, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in 69 countries in 2015. On any one day, thousands of individuals representing dozens of nationalities can be found providing assistance to people caught in crises around the world. They are doctors, nurses, logistics experts, administrators, epidemiologists, laboratory technicians, mental health professionals, and others who work together in accordance with MSF's guiding principles of humanitarian action and medical ethics. The organization received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999.
です。こんにちは。法華経じゃないですね。次が How you doing? Open the garage band ガレージバンドで犬エンドのやつを犬エンド演奏してたっていう。My first run through the game took over 18 hours, so here, have $1 for every second. I'm happy to learn there are different ways to enjoy these games. Good luck to all the runners, and of course, save the animals. オブリビオンもやったことがないんで。$50 from Ben Pack, who just says keep having fun. We sure will, Ben Pack. 絶対音感はないですけど、相対音感で大体できるんで、出だしだけ出だしだけやったっていう。この最初このってね。久しぶりですね。はい。オブリビオンわかんないからな。分かってればいいんだけど。なんとも言えないですね。だいぶずれ込んでるので、私どこまでやるかね。イソリンちょっとできない。Alright, so we are going to be playing a very quick Twitch ad while we continue setting up the audio, so stay tuned, we'll be right back. オブリビオンもね、FPS ですから、酔う人は気をつけないとやばいですね。はい、非常にやばいですね。トールでやるんだな、イースオリジン。イースオリジンも買ってやってねえや。イースオリジンもパソコン版ちゃんと買ったんですけど、やり忘れてる。そしたらプレステ4にも出てるっていう悲しい現実。
Welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2017. We are ready to go with Elder Scrolls Oblivion by Garish, so take it away.
さあ、オブリビオン始まりますね。
Oh, who controls the time, by the way?
The gods.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
トールだから、あれは
2, 1, go.
もう始まった。まあ、キャラ設定ですね、最初ね。
Okay, so this is the Elder Scrolls 4. This last ran 2 SGDQs ago.
無料配布してたのに買ったよ、どっちも。発売当時に。オブリビオン、まあ、エルダースクロールシリーズだからな、ストーリー的には似たようなものなんだろうけど。顔かししょうがないね、時代だからもう11年前だから
Yep, I'm Garish Goblin.
I'm Bubbles Del Fuego. And interesting enough, Garish has world record, Von Cannon has second place, and we are tied for third. That's pretty cool. Oh, you can mention what happens right here.
And the first trick is right there, actually.
ずっとファイティングポーズを取ってるんだから大丈夫かこいつ。
Pickpocket the guard while we're already in jail, and that makes them very confused because you're already in jail, though they do have to catch you first.
でもさ、40分で終わるんだ。
Not actually catching him. Pickpocket. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
ああ、武器を持ってないっていうことか。
So
なるほど。
actually do that, but it just brings all the NPCs in the game much faster.
Yeah, it takes like 10 seconds. In the middle of flare there, the spell now,
顔の作り込みちゃんとしてるけどね。
punches now, which normally takes 5 attacks.
今焼いたよ。今焼いた。
To make them run faster, because normally they walk very, very slow.
殴るな。殴るな、魔法ぶっぱすんな。
And the one that matters here is Renna. That one, as long as she's out in front, it will spawn out these 3 enemies, and then
容赦なく攻撃してってますが。
it just progresses the story as fast as possible. And they'll spawn right there all the time.
And the game is run on the easiest difficulty to make sure you one-shot them pretty much every time.
And once again, you just
ああ、早く移動させるの
one
か。
hit
そっ
away
か。
from being aggro. Sometimes, even though we
ちょっと音ちっちゃいね。
fireballs, he'll still be 2 hits away. But you just gotta be safe. Just constantly cutting off what he says.
Yeah, so here coming up is actually one of the only RNG, like pure RNG sections. This wall can break pretty fast, or it can break 5 seconds late. And looks like we got the fast one.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if that's like RNG or if it like depends on the rat's movements or the Emperor does.
Yeah.
Or,
The rat itself just has 2 different animations that can do. One takes down the wall.
yeah.
ネズミの動きは2種類。
And yeah, this is just the sewers. You're just going through and you're trying to
で、
escape.
ランダムだっ
It
ていう
takes about like 5-6 minutes or so, and like or more like 6 or 7, and
Pretty much pure movement
Yeah.
optimization at this point.
and I guess we can mention why we
まあ
chose the high elf.
あれ
female.
にマニピュレー
That's
ション、
the
まあ
tallest character in the game, and for
乱
some
数調整
reason,
をして
there's like
あ
a
る程度
programming ratio that just means that if you're taller, you move faster.
Bethesda.
Yeah,
調整していると。
And that's about it. So just clearing through the hallways, knowing when the audio is going to come, so you can see him tilt down.
これ今何してるかわ
It's
からない。
extremely highly optimized, and the time goes down really, really far by Goblin, just completely coming into the community and owning it. I think he's done that before with a different one as well. But yeah, this is. You just start, you try to get good RNG, you try to get good aggro, you try to get good enemy kills, and then you just walk.
遅すぎ
forward
て
and then
むしろ違
you
和感。なるほど。
and then you start getting drugged
う
up.
ん。
Yeah, this first section is definitely the worst part of the run, I would say.
Yeah.
It's just really boring. There's really nothing much going on. Once we get the trucks, things are gonna get way more interesting.
Yes.
まあもう11年前ですから、さすがに古いですからね。
To probably the most like troll part of the sewers.
Easily the
Sky-
hardest.
Yeah, it's not even like a difficult
スカイリムで
thing,
結構
really.
前だよね。スカイリムで5年ぐらい前。
Completely
そんな前じゃない
You
か。
can only get so good at this part, and then yeah, people have to run a certain amount. You have to make sure like their enemies just run around and you miss.
Oh god. There we go.
So you actually do like
敵だ。
the,
敵
I
だ敵だ。
actually want to hit Glenroy here because he can do some weird things if I don't.
Yeah, you wanna if you hit him, it somehow makes him not mad at you anymore, and then it stops the aggro of the future patch of enemies that are trying to attack you, which you don't want them to be aggro because the Emperor won't talk to you right here, and the Emperor needs to stand right there to talk to you.
敵
And we
And
just pick the steed there because it gives a little bit of a speed boost.
yeah. And we're playing on patch I think 1.0,
1.0 is the
and
fastest.
because right here we'll be picking up some arrows
シュンバ一択。
in a chest. So we're gonna aggro them again, so they start running. I don't know why he didn't keep his aggression, but
Yeah, Uriel
あ、
the
怒らせる
aggro
ため
from
に
Uriel,
殴ってるって
if
言っ
he
た今ね。
gets hit by one of these agents actually, so that's the reason I guess.
playing on the easiest difficulty, and it's just flare. It's
能力が上がりました。
like I get asked a lot of stuff like, "Why are you so strong?" It's just
何でもかんでもボコボコや
That's。not what makes this run hard. Don't worry about it. You don't kill that many things. And so yeah, that was actually pretty good. In regards to they didn't get stuck or no enemies didn't come at you or anything.
You can push the NPCs a little bit, make them go a little bit
また
faster.
なんか悪さをしようとしてる
Alright,
ぞ
who。wants to take the one to explain people?
Take it. So,
顔がひどいんだが大丈夫か。
when you equip arrows on the earliest patch of this game,
現地ですか。
especially
現地
when
今
you're
深夜
in
です
the middle
ね
of。an attacking animation at the same time, the
深夜
game
の
remembers the number of
もうすぐ
arrows, so you can
もう
actually
すぐ
drop
2時
some
です
health
ね。
and it will drop the number of the arrows
深夜
for
2時
whatever。reason. So you can also do that with scrolls as well, and that's the one that hasn't been patched. So you have to
Yeah.
down patch for arrow duping, but not for scroll duping. But that
なんか
pretty much
別に
takes care
数
of
が増えて
everything
っ
you
た
need
けど
for
今
this
何
game, outside of a couple other things.
So he gets a lot of Flashbolt and Chameleon. He doesn't need Chameleon, but he just needs another scroll to dupe the Flashbolts in the first place. And so he has a lot of Flashbolt. That's his damage for the run, Flashbolt, because it does like 27 damage or something.
何
I'm
言っ
just-
てんだこれ
I think that's right. And
Oops. That was the wrong guy, but hopefully that doesn't matter.
He's fine.
he duped a lot of lockpicks as well, because every door that he has to unlock, he will just jam lockpicks into it aggressively until it opens.
まあさすがスピードランではないですかね。
And then so sad, the Emperor died.
Couldn't save him.
You spend plenty of time talking about how you're grieving him.
ナイトブレード。
Nightblade is actually the fastest class. It gets you both athletics and speed, I believe, something along that lines. But it's the only default class that actually gives you both.
ナイトブレードって日本語だと
Yeah,
何になる？
as soon as we're out of the sewers, we're gonna head to
暗殺者じゃないよね。
the
それ
outside
アサシン
area
だ
and
か
get
らね。
get some skooma immediately, which gives you a strength and speed attribute, which lets you carry a lot with strength and also lets you move fast, which is good because we're gonna have like 400 skooma, which is gonna normally weigh you down because they each weigh half a pound. And oh, we're going to Bravo to do it. Okay.
Yeah, there are two guys who sell skooma in this game. There's Shady Sam, I think his name is. Yeah, he's outside of the city, and there's a big guy in Bravil. It's actually, I think it's faster to do the Imperial City guy in RTA, but
You
I
don't want to
don't
mess with the muscle memory. And
これ
also,
はあれで
there's
し
a
ょ
lot of parts in the
ス
game
カイリ
you
ムの
need
よくある
to be
時
the right
間を
place. And it would be
飛ばす。
not good to just change your muscle memory completely for a marathon run, just for the sake of like 2 or 3 seconds.
So that's also the reason we duped 5 or 10 potions so that we
Oh,
can
yeah.
sell them for scuba.
So yeah, you need to be able to afford 1 skooma, so you sell 10 potions. Oh, your character is beautiful.
Oops. Yeah, that's a bad thing. I actually drank the skooma.
You're getting eager.
Kind of a problem.
Yep.
Runs not over
So
yet. Can't
yeah,
get
I
wasted.
only have one skooma, but really soon we're gonna have multiple skooma.
So you can duplicate one of something with the smaller
麻薬
stack
購
of
入
scrolls to make just a bunch on the ground. And then once
なん
you
だ
have
これ
a larger stack of skooma, like about 20 or so, you dupe it with the larger stack of scrolls to make just a few, but these each have a lot in them, and then you do it again, and now you've got like 400. And so he also bound it on his hotkey, so he just like consumed like 4 or 5 from his hotkey, and you can do 5 max from. And then, but the fastest way to go, as we'll see right here, is 4 from the hotkey, and then going into the inventory and using 4 again. We'll be using 8 at the same time. This is called an 8 stack, and we'll be moving roughly the speed throughout the entire.
Oblivion.
But when you gain a lot of speed by bouncing off objects. So those are called skooma jumps, and you'll see one in this upcoming Oblivion gate, and also just doing the first Oblivion gate.
Yeah, this segment is probably
アウトオブバウンズなんで、そのポリゴン
I think 2 skooma jumps and
を
lots of movement
超えないっていう。
stuff, and then at the end there's pretty random fight that can go either really well or pretty poorly.
まあ俗に言えば壁抜けだったり、壁と地面の間を埋まって抜けるとか、そういうのはないですよっていう。壁抜けないっすよ。壁抜けが当たり前になりすぎてるとダメですよね。オブリビオンゲートか。ああ、なるほど。
Kind of like just being used to the controls in the game to get it, and you'll fly really high up. And yeah, that's just it's really satisfying.
あれでしょ、加速装置を持ってるんでしょ。
And right here we'll be setting up our first
second.
Well, second, yeah. So this is the only Oblivion gate you need to finish.
今の鍵か。
Figure out the setting. So later on, we'll be load warping to that door.
なんだこれ。
That we finished Oblivion gates later on instead of actually going all the way through them, because every Oblivion gate in the game shares the same final sound.
あれでしょ、ジェットパックつけてんでしょ。
So we let Mattias know that we've finished.
実は背中にさ、
the gate and we are ready to go save Martin.
ジェットパックつけててさ、ジェットバックでがっつりジャンプするんでしょ。
A lot of times, very, very, very trolly. They run away from you, they dodge you, make your life terrible. But that actually went really well.
Yeah, that was almost
that's
perfect.
It's one of the best I've ever seen. Like, they all ran towards you. They didn't zigzag.
ああ。なんか詳しいですね。さすがですね。俺詳しくない。
We don't have to do it now, but it's on this. It's on the way. We're already scrolled at this point on the map, and so we might as well just go here.
It's actually
Fallout.
sequence break. You're supposed to get this item for the main story.
なんか世界観が違うだけでやってること同じにしか見えないんだが。
In the game, so that you could get it early and it completely intended.
So later on in the game, you'll like talk to Martin and Joffrey, and then you can just talk to them again, and then they're like, "Oh, you did it! Congratulations!"
スクーマっていう薬のおかげですね。
So this is just a lot of really quick movement through the place. So I suppose there's room for a donation.
早っ。
We have $50 from the Dark Adonis. What Skyrim mod is this? We have $15
伸びすぎでしょ。
Good luck to Garish for the
伸びすぎでしょ、そもそも。
I've got fond memories of
中毒者どころじゃねえよ、これ。
It's what introduced me to the speedrunning community.
Oh yeah, that glitch. That's old news. The 20% run for this game is just going through walls and then getting to the end of the game through a trigger. And this is the no out of bounds. It's a really fun and competitive category, and it just takes a lot of like mental focus.
You don't have enough magic.
Nobody likes any person. It's just way too fast. The clips are super random.
Yeah, you don't like it, but you played it like 4 times and got it.
Ah,
So,
なるほど。
and here's the first load warp.
So you're gonna load a previous save real quick.
シャブリビオン。本当その通りだね。
The escape menu at the same time,
Yeah.
which will confuse the game.
あ、
and try to
全部
load
が
the
上がるのか。
area in the save, but the character that you
Yeah.
have in your other quick save.
So right after he duped Skooma, he made a save file really quick.
ね、こんなん見た後にさ、初見プレイとかできやしないよね。
And he just quick saved after getting the stone and brought it right through. So his character from inside the dungeon is just back here, so he doesn't have to do any of the backtracking.
These guys can be super adaptive sometimes. In general, the AI in this game is like they strafe super fast.
だよね。
And
こんな動き見
since
て
the,
たら
flash
コン
bolts
シューマーでも何でも
travel
さ、
pretty slow, it can be super difficult to hit enemies sometimes.
また飲んだ今。
Gonna skip the inauguration process for Martin here, just by leaving after opening the door. It continues running in the background, but we can go off and do other things that we need to do.
は
And yeah, during this time, we can
あ、泳ぐ。
spend some time
いや、
just
まるで水中の上を、水上は走ってるようじゃないか。
and we're gonna get a day jerk item. So right here, we're gonna go get the Umbra, and for this to be like a legitimate day jerk item, we need to do a day jerk like shrine quest to get it. So we can't just pick up the Umbra, which in itself is a day jerk item. We can get the Umbra to trade it for a different one. So we're gonna get this and then trade them for the Mask of Clavicus Vial. And
本当 初見で40分ぐらいやから、まあまあ行っても10時間やろうとか言ってやりそう。
By getting the sword first, it still gives you the completion objective for the quest.
And so the save file that he had before going
三人称してて
got
気
the
持ち
sword, quick saved, reloaded the save file that was outside, interacted with the door while he paused, and then when he was
40
pausing,
分
he
決め
reloaded
とか
the
バ
quick
カじ
save.
ゃない？
It's kind of like hard to follow, but it's really simple. And so he's got the sword, and he's running back up here to the shrine, which is conveniently right next to it.
You approached.
And he needs to actually set the flag so he can speak to the shrine in the first place.
Probably the best skip in the game, dog butt skip.
Dog butt skip.
Yep.
Found by Yumari Yams.
お、
You
フ
talk
ァ
to
スト
the
トラ
dog,
ベルかい？
specifically on the statue, it gives you none of the dialogue.
You normally have to
お、
wait
また5
a
本
lot longer
バババって飲んだぞ今。
But if you talk to the dog's butt, it just lets you just get straight to the point.
バンバン飲むな。
It is good to
And he's gonna go collect a bunch of books, but before he does that, he wants to make sure that he can.
あ、
get
そうか、
back
サ
to
ブ
that
クエが
fast
な
travel
多い。
run up every time. So he sets a load warp location for that.
One thing to note
こういうゲームって本編はもう
about
長くないんだよ
how
ね。
it actually works. Sometimes if you load warp into an area, certain things despawn when they shouldn't,
Yeah.
Especially NPCs' clothes, but sometimes doors as well. So you can get into pseudo areas.
good work.
So at Wayne and Priory, he made that save file on the outside, but if he made that save file on the inside looking out, and he did a load warp, and he was leaving the building upon that,
本編おまけ。
the buildings would be there, but no collision, and it would just be funky.
He's actually going to wait until about the time that shops start opening. Because the next thing after Tarmina here, he's going to have to actually interact with his shop owner.
スカイリムはね、格安で買ったけどね。
Right before 8 a.m. is really nice.
You must.
And of course, again, he's going to set up another load warp spot for when he gets out of the meeting with the Path of Dawn dude. And right here, this guy is so nice to you and happy to see you as a customer, and then he immediately gets upset at you. Good.
グッ。あれまた
And so you wait a bit, and then someone heard that you were having a little conversation with this guy, and now he's got the books. So
あれか、
you can
脳
hear
筋
him
か。
getting really mad at him, all drugged up and strong. And we just couldn't wait to get back into the sewers again.
脳筋だいっ
We're
て。
actually going to go this way on purpose when you're supposed to actually go to Boris right now. But if we did do that, Boris would take forever to actually get through the sewers. He'd
そうね、
kill
持て
every
る
single enemy.
限界とかね、
It's just not worth it. So we're going to actually
重さで決
come
ま
all
っ
the
て
way
るって
to
い
where
う
we're。supposed to go, drop all the aggro by quick saving, quick loading, and then waiting for him.
Nice. That's the hardest scuba jump in the game. That's
Saves like 2 seconds max.
saves 2 seconds.
I really wanted to get that. Like I practiced
Yeah.
that so hard
Oh.
today just to get
I'm
it.
so happy. So he's done this glitch earlier in the run, but if you just quick save and reload when you go through into a different cell, even though if you didn't quick save and reload, you would still have enemy aggro on you and you can't wait or fast travel. But if you just go through another cell and there's no enemies around you, you can just quick save and reload, and there's a good chance that no enemies will be on you.
ああ、
And then
右上のあれ
and then
か。
Boris can travel all the way through without having to fight any slow enemies.
おお、あれあるんだ。
And so that's your meeting with the
おい、速攻でなんかやってるぞ、おい。
You got the last book.
会話瞬間言
It can
う。
be pretty
魔
hard
法
to
打ったぞ、今。
open the door and
Yeah.
pause the game at the same time. I don't know if it's frame perfect, but probably pretty close to that.
Yeah, we found it to be a lot easier with like a mechanical keyboard type.
Yeah.
As long as it's between, I think,
殺した方が早いと。
11:45 and 12:30 or something like that.
It's around there.
Then you'll be able to mark. That's why that's the only reason really
また飲んでる。
around why time is important. You can be super vague everywhere else,
ま
but
た
you need that
飲ん
to
で
line
い
up
る。
specifically because if it's like 11:35, then you either have to fast travel somewhere else and come back, or you have to just stand there and wait for like 10 in-game minutes, which is kind of a while. It's like
もう何が何だかわかんないよ。
So, yeah, now he doesn't have to worry about time anymore. It's definitely one of those runs where the more you progress through the run, the easier it gets. But it's a real.
ああ、マルチエンドじゃないんだ、これ。エンディング一つなんだね。
You cannot escape the Master's Vigilance.
Yeah, I heard that. Oh,
I'm excited to say it. You just kind of run past all the cult members here, steal their book, and instantly leave.
it's the last room. Can you say it?
Let's put yourself in their shoes and see how confusing this should be.
クソ笑える。
And so as soon as you get out of that room, you
し、
load
そう
back
か
out.。
落
Because
下
you
し
need
か
to。get,
落下しはあるんだ。
so you can either wait for Mancart Cameron to go through the portal to get that notification, which takes like
ダイナミッ
10
クドロップ。
seconds, or you can just quickly leave and you get the notification saying that he left. And then once you have that, the flag for the quest finishes, and then you can just, by the time I'm done describing it, he's already starting his next one. As he load warp all the way back up to Cloud Ruler Temple, and he's on his way to kill the spies for Joffrey.
早いな。
If you want to know who the spies are, then you gotta play this game casually, because this is going way too fast. But I really hope you play this game casually if you haven't. This is literally one of the best games of all time.
You're waiting here specifically for about 7 a.m. That's where both spies end up going to their house together. Otherwise, they can be in other random parts of the city, and it's hard to track them down.
I don't know why
Shoveling
some just stood out. Just kill one in the house and one by like a shrine, but instead, yeah.
オリンピックはね、風邪薬とかでもアウトですから。
Making some save files randomly. They don't make sense right
大変
now,
ですよ。
but they'll make sense later in the run.
なんだ
So he just auto block picked about 50 times until he got it. Just get clocked. This is one of the shortest segments in the run, but it
ファストトラベルで所持品の持ち越しもできるんだ。カニこじ焼けと。あ、そうなんだ。
Brumagate, I think one of the biggest recent discoveries in this run was the Brumagate skip.
あ、また
Oh yeah.
スキップしてる。
There used to be a pretty big part of RNG in the run, and
What have you
every runner hated it.
ドア開けた瞬間に殺しに入るとかもう
And
なん
he's
という
gonna
通り魔ですか
lead-
ね
He's。supposed to lead you through the living gate, but we're so fast that we let him. And he tried to-
怖いね、シャブ。
Now we just get to skip it.
Yeah, it was like a 2.5 minute escort mission, but this is the biggest time save found with
また
on a cell.
またシャブじゃないですか。
So this is Bird. He's kind of sucks. So we're just
お、
gonna
ま
go
た
in
ゲ
here,
ートに。
and this is where it's gonna look really weird. So you're gonna see this area that he was just in, like those clouds and stuff. But then he's going to load warp to the first Oblivion gate.
ほとんどお使いゲー
that
なんだ
he
ね、
was
じゃ
at before, and he's gonna pick the lock
Oi.
while he's here.
Don't worry about it.
早えよ、ガチャガチャガチ
While
ャ
he freaks out here, and then he did it or something. I don't know.
And
It was an honor.
Bird's like, it was great, thanks.
そうか。
No bugs.
エルダースクロールシリーズはお使いゲーだったのか。
So that saves a lot of time. And there's still one more Oblivion Gate to do in the run, and if you expect it to go just as fast, you're right. Alright, so earlier, I think that's like the last time where you really need to worry about Joffrey running around the place. But before he went to go talk to Bird, Joffrey could have been anywhere, and he's just a real hassle to find at Cloud Ruler Temple, so that's why he was waiting every now and then just to make sure that he'd spawn in next to him, and he got lucky enough that he did.
Now we're off to Sankator.
Wow! いきなりワーを言い出して。
Big spot of RNG as well.
あれあれか、落下ダメージか。
Ghost activity, because there are 4 ghosts that you have to kill through the area.
Yep.
落下ダメージ。
I made sure to count. And there's only
なるほど
one
ね。
piece of armor, and Joffrey's like, there's one piece of armor here, and so, yeah, and then Martin dons all the armor for the final Great Gate battle, and he can die really easily during it, so we kind of wish this armor was a little bit stronger, but as long as it's fast, we do it.
早いけどその前役使いすぎ。スクーマ使いすぎで
This
し
is
ょ。
like one of the biggest and coolest movement tech areas of the run. It's just so like fluid, and you have to make sure that you don't get stuck in anything or be too slow or lose your way, because all the skooma recharge points that are just almost always going to be the same. And you notice the bar on the top right keeps track of the skooma. So it lets you know when it's depleted, and there's like a fourth of a second where you can reconsume skooma from your hotkey, and you won't stop moving. And it's really hard to time that, but as long as the fluidity keeps going throughout the entire run, it can really make a difference in time.
会った瞬間もう殺してるっていうすげえ状況だけど。
Yeah, he made that one save file at the beginning just to load warp to the beginning of the dungeon. So we killed this guy, which you got pretty good luck on normally, but now you don't need to worry about it at all for that one. You can either hide in the back of that little cave or stand out here.
エボにあんのこれ。
Load warp until you get the quest update there. I don't believe it happens.
Yeah.
This next ghost coming up is the heaviest RNG in this part of the run. If he doesn't walk out of his little cell,
He's shy.
just like that.
There's all these people watching.
Wastes about 10, 15 seconds, something like that.
Yeah. And of course, because it's a marathon, we didn't hit the best RNG, but whatever.
You got the sewer jump. That's all you gotta care about.
すげえ顔してんな本当に。
And that should be the last one.
Yeah, if you load warp back here, like first try really fast, it saves like a second, but there's no real consistent point. And you quick save reload, and then wait.
低下敏捷性60ポイント上昇。腕力60、速度60。ああ。20秒だけなんだ。
Alright, got the armor, and then load warping back to Cloud Ruler Temple. Quick saving, opening the door and pausing, loading the quick save. And then the quick save is on the other side of the door.
My pro.
And then Martin's like, oh, we got a piece of armor, we are ready to go.
会話が読めない。会話が読めなさすぎてもう何言ってっかわかんねえ。
So here we're just gonna alert the leader of Burma that we're planning to pretty much draw all the fighting here and make the Great Gate spawn.
And you have to come here to tell her
いい薬なの
as
か
soon
よ。
as she's in this church, she's interactable again for the subject matter. And she's either offering you to like, I'm not ready, or we need more of an army, or let the battle begin. And we're just like, let's just start fighting now. Because you're like a one-man army in this run. All the people that are there to help you down there just either hit you or miss, or or Martin does all the killing, and it's the one thing that can ruin the run here is just Martin dying.
Unfortunately, there's not much we can do to really speed this up because it's just a
これは
certain
なんだ?
amount of real time that has to pass before anything will really happen.
It's
So you
like-
can
yeah.
actually walk away and like despawn all the enemies. And
何やってんの
nothing really happens, but that also doesn't really help for the final load warp later.
And after he comes out of the Great Gate, there's a few enemies that are here, and sometimes like, eliminating a lot of the final wave of scamps that are there will reduce the odds of the scamp being inside as well. So there's just
あれでしょハートマン軍曹的ななんかでしょ
and it's an auto scroller, but you still have to like focus a little bit. And it's a good time for donations. You're just gonna wait for enemies to spawn and then get into the Great Gate and make sure Martin doesn't die.
何やってんすか何やってんすかこれ
We have $150 from Rebang Bang. Stop right there, criminal scum. You've stolen my sleep schedule. So much respect and thanks to everyone involved with SGDQ this year. You're all doing a fantastic job.
たまに死ぬんすよあーいてねあそこにいるせいで死んでまうのね
We have a $15 anonymous donation. My friend lent me his copy of Oblivion. 7 years later and I still haven't given it back. Hopefully this donation will ease my guilt somewhat. Good luck on the run.
ゲートが2つ
Hope it
で
doesn't take 7 years.
どんどん敵が出る感じかな
We have $10 from Oblivion Walker. Best Elder Scrolls game ever. Let's give a few septims to Doctors Without Borders,
また飲むのかな
and the Discord Oblivion speedrunning team. Good luck to Garish. When is crash percent?
何やってんすかまたまた
So yeah, you can just punch Martin if you want to, and then run up to a rock, and the Martin's gonna try to attack you the whole time because he's aggroed, and it's a guarantee that he'll stay far away from the enemies. But it's not only is a lot
Ah,
less,
Elmoy.
but you'll have to come back down here when there's a lot of enemies.
斧振り回してるだけにしか見えないな
And he's got like another 30 seconds of killing enemies, so he can do one more
お
donation.
顔が全然違うね
We have $5 from Kuro. So the plot of Oblivion is that a woman breaks out of jail, does a bunch of drugs, attempts to save the world while running incredibly fast, jumping impossibly high, and opening locks by shoving lockpicks into them. Got it.
I'm not even sure if the character is aware that he's
うまい
saving the world.
先行
He's-
先行打
He
ち
skips past all the dialogue.
And here, if you saw what we did with the Brumagate,
もう
the
終わり
exact
そう
same
だ
thing
ね
is happening here.
Yeah, the quick save as soon as he gets in here. And then
あ変えてなかっ
reloading
た
the door to the cell of the first Oblivion gate you were in Kavach, and they all share the same point.
終わっちゃ
And
う
then
けど
lockpicks it. And here we are. We don't even have to like run up and get the orb at the gate. It just finishes it for us. Because the one that we're warping to is already finished.
Oh, there goes Martin, I guess.
ああまだこれはまあ待たないといけないんだね
He's just
それは大変だね
Is
Yeah,
that?
it's fine. It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's fine.
We won. We did it.
See, he was only pretending.
And so he waits for Martin to like stop being dead and come back up here. And he's gonna somehow learn a spell that opens up a portal to paradise.
マーティン何ネタかな
And this is where Mankart Cameron is.
またガブ飲みですか
We have a lot of skooma this run.
Yeah. Usually you only have like 400, but for some reason I made like 5.5.
At this
Gabu
point, we
no
have like
mi da
50,
ne.
60 left, and it equals out great. It means you don't need to have much skooma when you're in the Great Gate fight, so you can just walk around normally and not have to refuel or anything.
So the first thing we need to do in this cave area
ああ
is
なるほどね
take care of one of the drummer because it's got a certain
あのたおっさんがあ確かにゲートの前で倒れてたよね
will let you actually get through the door right here. Otherwise it would be locked.
なんだその裸なんか
Best for him to be
服
optimally
1枚
outside
着れ
because
ば
it's very easy to aim ahead of time.
強
And
い
also, when you refuel on skooma in the inventory, you can just switch over to the armor and put it on. And yeah, lets you put on the open lava doors.
Oh,
あ、落ちた。
Oh, you saved too.
yeah, that's good.
あのさん。
He doesn't need to die.
As long as he just doesn't talk to you, you're
Yeah,
fine.
Okay.
Right, much better.
there we go.
Ran out of skooma right over the hole.
Yeah.
It stops you dead in your tracks. You don't get to trail your movement, even if you're midair. It's not how physics work. It just you stop. Also, we can't really
Yeah.
complain because this isn't. Drugs don't do this to you anyway, so I don't really know why we're nitpicking on what parts make sense.
Wait, you can't fly?
You can't. You don't take this many drugs.
In your coming, I hear the footsteps of.
All right, so he's got some guys that are trailing on him, maybe sometimes, but just to be safe, you can try to escape paradise, and it warps you back there, and that removes all the aggro. Also, doing skooma jumps like that on stairs is pretty much free because
すげえ跳躍力だな。
a right angle that's jutting out, kind of like a curve on a sidewalk, and stairs are basically just that. And so he kills Mankart Cameron, and then just says peace out to these guys that are trying to avenge him.
早すぎて早すぎて何がなんだか。
And now it's just the last part of the game coming up.
You found
あ、また出てきた。
Alright, so we killed Mankart Cameron, got his stuff, and now Martin is gonna save the world.
マーティンが世界を救うのかい。
Conveniently right after he becomes emperor. Because old emperor died, if you remember.
This is actually one of the only places where quick save, quick load is actually used to skip dialogue. Most places it doesn't save any time. It'll skip the dialogue, but animations will keep playing, or it just won't save time. But this place is an exception to that rule for this game.
NKT もう
Alright, the last skooma stack is in. And just heading into the final area, and suddenly everything is just burning and dying. And you'll see the biggest creature in this game, which you can't fight. So thanks Skyrim for giving us creatures that are big. And we wait for Martin to walk through, taking his time. He could have died on the way here. but he didn't.
あれラスボス
Perfect.
That's beautiful.
And time is coming up real soon here.
Yeah.
マジかよ。
And
I do.
time.
いや、よくわかんない。
3703.
37?
3703.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And so yeah, you can just see new emperor turned into a dragon with the power of the Elder Scroll and the necklace. And,
Ah.
Knowing
刺された。
that Martin was played by Sean Bean, you can probably guess what's gonna happen.
He's gonna be okay.
ああ、
right?
食いの喉元食って。あ、消えた。
Like you think everything's gonna be okay, but then just like the dragon just turns to stone. So we should have got the rest of the armor.
The amulet is shattered. Dagon is defeated. With the dragon's blood and the amulet of kings, we have sealed the gates of oblivion forever.
ですね。 結局薬を飲みまくって移動しまくってなんか気づいたら倒してて終わってるから何が何だかわからないんですけど。
The third age has ended, and a new age dawns. When the next Elder Scroll is written,
So, if you want to learn this game, if you want to learn anything about Elder Scrolls speedruns,
the fate of the
speedrun.com/oblivion, we have all the resources,
These things
the leaderboards, everything.
大体やってる。
Open Discord, fairly active runners teach you everything. We've got mini tutorials and almost every part of the game. Ask any of us how to do anything.
ディスコードがこのゲームのスピードランのディスコードがあるので、ぜひこれをね、ぜひ興味がある人はアクセスしてねって言ってました。
Yep.
All right, great job on the run, Garish. And
なんだかわからんかった。
definitely check out our Elder Council Discord channel. If you like speedrunning Oblivion, maybe want to check out some other games, or just want to
ゲームやってれば
So next up, we have an interview with Jay Hobbs and Ghost King, who's going to be running Wise Origin later on in the morning. So I'm now going to hand over to our interviewers.
Can I lower this a little bit? I feel like I'm tilting my neck a little.
Hi, I'm Jay Hobbs. I'm here with Ghost King. And Ghost King's going to be running Ease Origin in just a little bit here. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. What's with the shades?
Sort of a medical thing that came up.
Your doctor gave you like a prescription for being cool at all times?
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, sounds good. But moving on. So you're going to be running Ease Origin later, a couple runs from now. Now, this is not the only Ease game you run. You're pretty familiar with the series. What is it about the Ease series that you really like for speedrunning?
I like their combination of action and movement. A lot of them have very neat little tricks and ways of gaining speed and momentum that make the games a lot more fast than I would say.
いや、やっぱりイースやるんだったら初代でしょ。
While at the same
初代を
time
やら
having
な
a lot
い
of
と。
intense boss battles and all
そう
sorts
そ
of
う
neat
そう
little tricks.
向こうの
As well
深夜
as
帯なんで
I just
ね。
really like the music in the series as well. So
Right. Always a good strong, point for speedrunning. And now I know you run a lot of games, especially
の
outside of the Ease
薬を買ってるところを見られたら
series.
犯罪者になっちゃうの。そうすると終われちゃう。
What is it about RPGs that you really like, that genre that really draws you?
I like a nice balance of games that feel like they take both skill and memory. I like games that feel as if the skill of the game is not just entirely muscle memory, but also that I have to think, I have to improvise, I have to come up with something in every different situation that makes each new run something different. So rather than just like resetting after 5 minutes because I didn't get this one trick.
So kind of looking at like randomness as an opportunity for interesting strategies instead of just a detriment to your run.
Yeah, different games handle that a little bit differently. Some games,
風が嫌な
you
感
get
じ
a random element, and it's
す
like,
る
well,
わ
I lose my entire run. I like the ones that the random element is you can get one of 4 possible scenarios, and you have to know how to deal with each one.
Right. Yeah, absolutely cool. Well, I know with Ease, it's kind of, it's a somewhat popular series, but not one that like a lot of people are familiar with. So for those out there who are watching who are completely unfamiliar with the Ease series, that is spelled YS, by the way.
Yeah.
イースシリーズ知らない人に
An elevator pitch, like what should we be looking out for? What are we sticking around late night for this run?
Well, the series has a lot of interesting lore, fantastic soundtrack, because the development team behind it has its own, they have their own in-house sound team rather than just like a simple composer that they hire for commission. There's a lot of really neat tricks to just handling the game. The games are actually really difficult, so if you're like a challenge seeker or thrill seeker, I think they're fantastic for that.
今、イースのシリーズのゲームについて、
There's just
まあ、
a lot
なん
that I
か
could say about this series that I
感想を言
just
ってるん
I
で
can't
す
do
が
in a simple interview question, but suffice to say, there is just so much content, so much that I love about the series.
イースシリーズ
Why Ease Origin
プラスまあ含めですね、ファルコム作品の音楽は、著作権フリーで使ってもいいことになっています。はい、これ結構英断で、ほとんど自分のね権利を持ってて、利益が生まれるからやりたがらそういうのやりたがらないんですけど、ファルコムは率先してねそういうところを変えていこうっていう感じで、ファルコム作品のサントラ出てるものとか、ゲームの音楽に関しては何に使ってもいいですよっていう声明をね、何年前だっけ出してましたね。ただ、それのやる条件としてはちゃんとファルコムのコピーライトをちゃんと やってますよっていうのをちゃんと明記しなければいけないっていうのはありますけど、もうそれさえちゃんと守れば、例えばストリーミングで使ってもいいし、あとはなんだ、例えば学校の中のイベントで使うとか、そういうのも全然問題ないんですよ。こういうこのファルコムの、まあ、この作品のこういう BGM ですっていうやつですね。それをちゃんと言えば、商業は多分ダメだったと思います。
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to pick up a game that
商業はダメでしょ、多分。
I could learn and potentially even have some sort of input on.
お金が関わったらやっぱダメですよ。
Awesome. Well, we're going to be looking forward to that run coming up pretty soon, but I want to ask you, as I've been asking a lot of people throughout this marathon. So
まあね、自由に使っていいですよっていう代わりに、そのまあやっぱり商業に関わっちゃったらちょっとまずいかなと思いますけど。だから一般的に著作権は個人用に限るっていう、まあ、状況が日本の法律ではありますけど、それをファルコムが許容していろんなものに使っても文句言いませんよ。確か商用だけ商用大丈夫だったかな。
I made a video tutorial myself to try and help new runners, and I've heard some feedback that it's helped them out. Really, it's just a very friendly community that's willing to help out any new runners. We have our own Discord, but just reach out to any of us, and we'll be more than willing to help out anyone looking to learn one of these games.
Fantastic, and I can totally back that up as someone who has known Ghost King for a couple years now. He's totally approachable, so be sure to reach out. Well, with that, I think we're going to look to the man who never sleeps and is perpetually always just out of frame. It's my new man Sent here. Tell me about some prizes we got going on.
Hey Hobbs, always glad to be here. So we have a couple of prizes for this early morning block here. We have this statue of Molik Bal, the Dajic Prince in all of his glory. That's going to be running up through our next run, Divinity Original Sin. And this is also the start of a golden PlayStation 4 submitted to Sean Hammond's, really cool guy. That's going to be running
俺入ってねえじゃねえか。
until I believe a link to the past tonight. $50 cumulative for that. So,
俺が入ってねえじゃねえか。なんだこれ。ひでえな。
PS4 throughout the day, and if you know, of course, get your donations in for this awesome computer all throughout the marathon.
まさかの消されると。
Cumulative. As always, guys, you can head over to gamesandquick.com, check out the tracker. That is all the relevant information you're ever going to need about prizes, upcoming speedruns, donation bids, and anything you'd want to know about the marathon.
Well, that's all the incentive I need. I'm definitely going to be pulling out my wallet immediately after this interview's over. And with that, I'll be sure to send it back over to David as we're going to be checking out this Original Sin marathon, or run, excuse me, up next in this great marathon. Take it away.
All right, thanks guys. So we are all ready to go for our co-op run of Divinity Original Sin. So I will now
5秒間だけバンっていう。配信者が